Hey guys, it's Rockstar. I'm making another injury video. So this time I made a list. I'm trying to make a list of all of the injuries I've had. So far I have 4. As a couple days ago I could think of all of them like perfectly. I'm like, how come I couldn't think of these before? So I don't know. But today I'm going to talk about how I cut my lip open. And I actually have a scar on my lip right here. Hold on. Yeah, right here. I have a scar on my lip right here. You can't really see it. It's like a little bump or whatever. And so I was at my church for a Mardi Gras thing that we were doing. And I kind of was having a little tantrum, to be honest. And my parents decided, like, I would not stop. I have no idea what I was freaking out about and why I was freaking out about it. But I was having a tantrum and I couldn't stop. I was just so angry and I was screaming. So my parents took me out. I was with my mom and my dad, and they took me out of the church and brought me to the car. And like they were gonna bring me home and like put me to bed or whatever. But my dad put me. I was in front of a car. My dad yanked the door open and it hit me in the face. Like, it just smacked me in the face and hit my lip. Right here. It hit my lip right here. And it cut it open to right about there. Hold on. It cut it open to right about, I don't want to put a mark on it. Right about there, and it was all the way down there. And so I had a pretty big cut in my lip, and it was like cut open, like I could go like that. It was cut open. I didn't want to, but yes, again, it was cut open, and my mom was so like, and then I started screaming even more because I was in pain, and my dad thought I was just angry, so he just threw me in the back seat of the car, and I'm screaming, and then my mom is like, okay, no, this isn't right. She would stop screaming by now. Something's wrong. Because once when I had tantrums when I was little, once I was in the car, I would like calm down. I would like normally it's because there's so many people around. I don't know how to act. Like I didn't know how to act, I should say. And so like normally once I'm in the car, I can calm down, but they still bring me home. But I'll be able to calm down and stuff. And I was like, no, like we were on our way home, and she's like, no, this isn't right. She's still screaming bloody murder. So she looks at me. Are you in pain? Is something wrong? And I can't talk, please. And I'm holding my lip, and then she reaches into tissue, like grabs my lip, sees it's like solid blood almost. And she's like, yeah, we need to go to the hospital. Her lip is cut open. We need to go to the hospital. So I end up having stitches on my lip right there, and like they bring me to the hospital. And I'm waiting, and like I'm waiting there. I'm sitting there with it on my mouth, and it hurt really bad. And there was these people in front of us. I don't know, and like she saw my parents waiting there, and my mom kept looking back at my dad, or my dad kept looking back at my mom. I don't know who was in the line, who was with me, but they kept looking back at each other because there was somebody in front of them, and they were talking. And like no, there was 2 people in front of us, and one of them was talking. Then there was a person in front of us that looked back, saw that I was there, and she's like, "Oh, you can go in front. Oh my God, you need to go in front of me." And so she let her go in front of her. She let us go in front of her. And I don't know what was wrong with her kid, but whatever. And so then I ended up having stitches in my lip, and so that was not fun. And yeah, another one. Hold on. I just thought of another one. And so I get the stitches in, and I missed my this was in 1st grade, and I missed my first field trip to Fallen Timbers. It's a place where you go, like in my school you go take a field trip there a lot, like twice a year. And I missed our first trip there. I missed our first field trip there. And I was so angry. So I was sitting in the classroom doing nothing. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was just kind of sitting there. And Yeah, and then one day I like wake up in the morning, and I look in the mirror. Like I look in the mirror, and I see that the stitches are like hanging down. Actually, no, I wake up, I can kind of feel them hanging down. I didn't know what was wrong. I look in the mirror, and I can they're like falling out. Like they're out. They're hanging on. Like the stitches, they're like hanging on. So I go over to my mom. She's like, "Oh my God, your stitches fell out." I guess they could come out. Yeah, and everybody always said I looked like I had chocolate on my lip because they were brown. Yeah, so that's another injury I had, and that's how I cut my lip open. Again, which you didn't even know I did unless you're friends with me. So, yeah, I cut my lip open. I have dye all over my shirt. Whatever. I was dyeing Easter eggs today. Well, I was actually painting them with acrylic paint. It was fun. I made one gold, and I couldn't stop thinking of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I want a goose that lays gold eggs for Easter, and I want it now. Don't laugh at my British accent. But yeah, that's how I cut my lip open. I'm gonna make another one right after this, so I don't lose this sheet of paper, because that's the one I always forget. So, yeah.